Continuing our efforts to provide information to everyone for the proposed bond project and the bond election on April 20th, this video will be addressing the topic of finance. I will attempt to explain everything regarding finance during this short time frame, but as always, please reach out if there are any questions on any topics in relation to the bond project. One of the questions that I get asked mostly is, how is it possible to have a $0 mil increase and have a project proposal of $42,620,000? Well, with so many factors going in our favor in regards to this, the growing tax base, the plan of finance, some of the existing bonds and the wrap structure, and then retiring the bonds 6 years later, all of those combined help us, and I'll attempt to explain each one of those topics briefly. The interest rates estimated at 2.25% are near all-time low levels, making the cost of this, combined with other things, affordable for our district. Similar bond issues have sold at rates less than 1.5% recently. So we're estimated really conservative in that regard as well. Circle has a growing tax base. In the last decade, the district assessed valuation, not including motor vehicle tax, has increased from a little over $158 million in 2010 to over $250 million in 2020, an increase of over $92 million in the last decade, or 58.5% increase. So each year, on average, it's increased by a little over 5.8%. So to be conservative in the plan of finance, we've assumed a growth of 2.5%, almost less than half of what we've averaged over the past decade through 2031, and then an estimate of 1.25% thereafter through 2037. Continued growth at more than 2.5% would result in lower budgeted mill rates required to retire the bonds possibly. So really conservative in the areas of interest rates and also growth from a valuation and growing tax base perspective. Circle has existing bonds approved by voters in the past that are scheduled to be retired in 2031 and that require the mill rate of 21.39 mils in the current budget. The plan of finance is called a wrap structure. The plan is to structure the new proposed 2021 bonds to wrap around the existing outstanding bonds and create a structure where one consistent mill levy retires all those bonds, both existing and the proposed 2021 bonds. The rate of all of that, as you amortize the entire bond schedule, is estimated at 21.39 mils. We are currently levying that same amount of mills at 21.39. Therefore, the net increase with approval of the 2021 bonds is 0 mils or no increase. An estimated continuation of the same mill rate to 2037. It adds 6 years to our current outstanding obligation, and it will retire all of those existing bonds and proposed bonds by 2037. So in a quick snapshot, that's the plan for finance and the reason for the 0 mil increase proposal. If there's any further questions, please give me a call, send me an email. I'll be glad to get in touch with you and visit with you further about this. Thank you for listening.